Himachal Pradesh that recorded a 68.73% voter turnout for the single-phase assembly elections. The maximum turnout was recorded in Sirmaur at 75%, followed by Kullu and Chamba. The lowest turnout has been in Kangra at 63%. Polling was peaceful and no major untoward incident was reported except a minor clash between the BJP and Congress at a polling station in Chamba. A record number of 459 candidates, including 27 women, are in the fray. Of course, the main contest is between the Congress and the ruling BJP. Congress leader and five-time Chief Minister, former Union Minister Virbhadra Singh, cast his vote at his native place of Rampur, while the Chief Minister Prem Dhumal exercised his franchise in Sameerpur. This time around, it's a battle for supremacy between two leaders. Both are facing graft charges.
नेताओं को भ्रम होता है कि हम लास्ट मिनट पे कोई आरोप लगाएंगे वो चिपक जाएगा। चिपकता वही है जो 5 साल किया होता है। जो अच्छा काम करता है उसको लोग स्मरण करते हैं, जिसने 5 साल घोटाले किए उसको भी लोग याद रखते हैं, और इसीलिए लोग साइलेंटली फिर अपनी मर्जी से वोट देते जा देना होता है।
The BJP is banking heavily on the recent scams that allegedly involve Congress leaders, including Virbhadra Singh. Besides the issue of corruption, the party is also raising the bogey of price rise to combat the centre's unpopular decision to put a cap on the number of subsidized cylinders. The Dhumal-led government has announced that it would provide electric heaters, induction chulhas to households as an alternative. BJP and Congress have fielded candidates in all 68 constituencies. The BSP is contesting 66. CPI 7, the CPM 15, NCP and the Trinamool are the new entrants in the Hill State. NCP is contesting in 12 seats, while the TMC is trying its luck in 25 constituencies. Prominent candidates whose fate will be sealed today are the Chief Minister himself, of course, Prem Dhumal. He is contesting from Hamirpur. PWD Minister Gulab Singh Thakur fighting from Joginder Nagar. On the other hand, the Congress's poll mascot Virbhadra Singh is contesting from Shimla rural seat. The results of the assembly polls will be declared on the 20th of next month. This time, Himachal witnessed a high-voltage campaign and an ugly war of words between the Congress and the BJP. Who stands where vis-a-vis the number of seats that they have in Himachal Pradesh, and what are the key issues in these elections? Aditya Ravishankar will take us through all of that.
Well, thanks very much, Padmaja. Not often that you'll have a government repeat itself in Himachal Pradesh. Hasn't ever happened, but of course the BJP government hoping that they can do a Punjab this time around in Himachal Pradesh. Let's actually run you through the numbers as well, just what happened the last time around in 2007. Just have a look at those numbers for the BJP, well, taking the lion's share close to 40%. There are 41 seats to them. The Congress are walking away with 23% seats. The BSP winning 1, eventually actually joining the BJP, didn't they? And IND that coming up with 3 seats. But the key issues this time around yet again have been corruption. Even the last stages, there's been, ugly war of words which have come forth between them at the end of the day. But when you look at just what happens, there are other issues to be contend with as well, other aspects which come into the fore when you look at the key issues being contested.
Well, thank you very much, Aditya. In fact, joining us now in the studio, senior journalist Sanjeev Srivastav. It could go anyone's way, the Congress or the BJP, because none of them is doing better as far as the two key issues of inflation and corruption are concerned, Sanjeev.
See, what happened from what one hears from Shimla and the people who are there on the ground is that BJP was clearly ahead till about 10 days or 15 days ago. And then a couple of things happened which brought back Congress in the race. One was that the corruption issue was largely local. Virbhadra Singh's track record, the recent allegations against him, as also Mr. Dhumal and some bit of controversy around his son. Those were neutralizing each other, but inflation and price rise was playing against the Congress party. The infighting within the Congress was something which the BJP was using to its advantage, though that their house was also divided. But towards the end of the campaign, one thing happened was Nitin Gadkari going to Himachal Pradesh, which kind of focused attention on charges against him and took some of the sheen away from the BJP's campaign. And then towards the end, Virbhadra Singh, like an old war horse, tried to recoup all his forces. The Congress decided that it will be very difficult for it to lose both the states, so they pumped in all the resources, energy. A lot of senior leaders went there. So somewhere towards the finishing lap, the Congress came back into the campaign, came back into the race, and now it's really down to the wire. And you are getting mixed reports from there. The result could, it's such a cliched thing to say, but the result can really go either way. History-wise, Congress has to come. But recent history, like Aditya was just mentioning, Punjab, there has been a repeat performance. Maybe Dhumal comes back, but it's really, really close.
But why is Himachal so important for Congress and the BJP both? We'll talk about that with Sanjeev in just a bit. But let's also get a report from the ground. Manaman Singh China is in Shimla at present. The people who were queuing up at the voting center today, you've been speaking to a number of them through the day. What was the mood like? Is it the BJP which is going to surge back, judging from the mood of the voters, or the Congress is again going to do what has been happening in history, come back to power after a BJP government?
Well, Padmaja, here at the ground level, it was very difficult to gauge which party would emerge as winners on December 20th when the votes are counted. We have spoken to a large number of people throughout the day, a complete cross-section of the society, and we could get feelers for both BJP and the Congress. The people were not willing to put their money on either of the two parties. Some were saying Congress will definitely come across very vociferously. Others were equally vociferous in saying that BJP will retain its position as party in power. So, as the expert in the studio has pointed out, this is going to play down very tight, and on December 20th, when the votes are counted, there could be a very narrow win for either of the two parties.
Is the Congress laying so much emphasis on Himachal Pradesh because the two crucial issues are really what have cinched the Congress at the center as well, Sanjeev? Will the Himachal results prove to be a referendum of sorts for the center on the issues of corruption and price rise?
See, why Punjab, Himachal suddenly assumes this significance beyond its strength in the parliament or beyond its importance in the national polity is because there are these two states going to elections. Most people have assumed that Narendra Modi is going to take Gujarat. And what the Congress really wants is to somewhat salvage its pride and make an Uttarakhand out of Himachal. If they win at least one state out of the two, then they can really go back to the public saying, okay, a lot of their policies have been vindicated on ground. They have won this one crucial state. So price rise and the economic reforms policy are not such a big negative with the masses. It's very important. If suppose it becomes a 0-2 for them, then they go next year to the other round of crucial state assembly elections really demoralized.
In fact, the election commissioner is holding a press conference now. Let's listen in.
The search and seizure in Himachal Pradesh during this last 1 month was cash 3,17,62,279 rupees worth of cash was intercepted, out of which approximately 23 lakh has been seized, and the remaining, after checking and after satisfaction of the incumbency authorities, the remaining has been released. Illegal launcher ammunition seized, one gun, 23 pallets, 12 percussion cups, 1 desi katta, 1 pistol, 12 rounds, and 2 magazines. 14,000 liters of liquor has been seized. The total cost of this liquor is approximately 29 lakh rupees. Some drugs have also been seized during this period. 7,805 grams of charas, 4,865 grams of cannabis, 148.37 kilograms of coffee straw, 22,370 grams of coffee husk, then some bottles and capsules, etc. All these drugs have been seized. The total worth of the drugs seized is approximately 44 lakh rupees. There are some interesting things about the Himachal election which was held today. The first voter of India, Mr. Shyam Saran, who had voted in the first ever election in India in 1951, has voted in this election as well. He is 90 years plus, and he has voted. At that time, the constituency was called Tenchini constituency. So Tenchini constituency, and now it is in Kinnaur district, and he has voted once again this time as well. Similarly, the highest polling station is 15,000 feet high, and the name of the polling station is 72 Hikam. This polling station has 333 voters. Out of them, 267 persons have actually cast their vote. some interesting facilitation measures were taken. For example, in Kinnaur district, all polling stations which are above a height of 9,000 feet.
Over 60% voting recorded in Himachal Pradesh. The counting will take place on the 20th of December. Headlines today, of course, will get you the latest on that.